Hey everyone, Dave Korsunski here from Heads Up. I'm in San Diego, California at one of my favorite events of the year, Low-Carb San Diego. All of the researchers, experts, and companies in the low carbohydrate and ketogenic nutrition space are here. We want to speak to all of them, so let's go inside and take a look around. Hey everyone, Dave Korsunski with my good friend Dave Feldman. We're here at Low-Carb San Diego 2019. Dave is rewriting the books on what it means to understand cholesterol, lipids, how our body responds to low-carb ketogenic diets, how different people respond to these nutritional interventions, how it affects hyper-responders. Incredible information at cholesterolcode.com. You're also running tests here at the event, Dave. So why don't we just start there? I see a lot of people going in and getting lab testing. For people who aren't familiar with your work, can you just give the intro and then tell us what you've got people signing up for to do here and where the results of that work are headed?
Sure. Well, I mean, I'm actually traditionally a software engineer, entrepreneur, and what happened was I went on a ketogenic diet. My cholesterol numbers jumped up substantially. And I kind of became obsessed with trying to figure out how that works, and then eventually experimenting a lot, doing a number of different things that I found could make changes to my cholesterol numbers, and that became now kind of an obsession I've had for almost 4 years now.
I remember some of those first results at the Keto Gains conference when we first met back in Las Vegas. I think that was 3 or 4 years ago now, and it's just continued to evolve.
Yeah, no question, and that's funny because that was my very first public presentation of my data.
Yeah, you killed it.
I did okay, but yeah, I was excited because this conference represents the very first time where we've been able to bring some blood testing to people just coming to participate here. Yep. And even though it's nothing where it's not a sales thing, we're basically giving them direct access to the ordering physician to order the test themselves and then actually be able to see what these numbers turn out to be. A lot of them just haven't normally had this access. For example, we have a lot of international conference goers who've never seen their insulin before.
Because they can't get that test overseas?
No. A lot of them can't get their ordering physician to get it, or it's just not available at all.
So what tests are you running here? I know you're testing breast acetone, advanced lipid panels. So what tests are people running? How many people have signed up here at the conference to test? And what are you looking to learn from this information?
Well, I want to say there's going to be somewhere north of 60 people who've gotten blood tests up to this point. We've gotten, breath acetone, and we've gotten beta-hydroxybutyrate, and we've gotten glucose from the Keto Mojo device. But on top of that, the blood tests themselves, it's a panel of, I want to say, about 12 different tests. And a lot of them are the ones that you're expecting, such as a comprehensive metabolic panel and a CBC. There's, of course, not just the fasting insulin I just mentioned, but there's also some of the more esoteric ones people are interested in but can't always easily get, like LP(a).
Yep.
And some that I'm particularly interested in, like, say, free fatty acids, which is kind of a measure of fat that's in your blood, but that's not inside of a lipoprotein.
Yeah. Cool. So for people who are interested in learning more, maybe they are confused about their own cholesterol levels, maybe they've tried low-carb keto, were told it was having an adverse effect, not really sure how to interpret that data. You've got incredible resources out there for people. For those who are watching on YouTube, how would they start to get access to all of your amazing work?
Well, sure, and thanks for the plug. Definitely come and visit cholesterolcode.com. We have not only a lot of different guides and videos, but we also have a report tool where we people can feed in their numbers and they can look at it against existing studies to sort of assess their risk. But we tend to favor studies that are more comprehensive. They don't just look at LDL, but also look at it against, say, HDL and triglycerides, for example. And we think that that's very important. If people are considering this diet and this way of life, it's important to sort of have a more comprehensive understanding of what it means relative to their cholesterol numbers.
So if people have all of these lab tests and they're tracking their food intake and their Keto Mojo, I mean, is there any system out there where people could, say, track all of this information?
Well, there's one, and
I heard the founder is a real knucklehead. I don't know.
Sometimes, but no, actually, getting a hold of your platform was a real game changer for me. It really meant a lot because I now had a way to aggregate my lab data, which, as you know, I'm an educator.
It's vast.
Yes. I quite literally have 118 labs. And so I told you this a while ago. I said, if your system can handle my blood work.
Dave Feldman was the ultimate stress test for Heads Up.
Exactly right, yes. And I love it because this has happened so many times where I'm talking to different people about blood work or a particular experiment, and I don't have to pull up the PDFs in some external drive or something, which would take a jillion years. I love it because I can pull up in my mobile device what the dates are, and you keep the headers flush. If you do this on video, you're going to have to show a screenshot of what I'm talking about because I love it because I can then just scroll down to where it is and see them side by side with the other things that I would want in a spreadsheet like I would like it to be. And it's allowed me to have just faster access for even just not answering questions, but also starting to set up hypotheses for other experiments that I'd like to be doing.
Well, we're both software nerds at heart. You ended up working on this aspect of health. I've taken my passions and built the tracking app. So it's always a pleasure working with you, man. Keep up the great work.